Good evening, everyone. Wekiva High School welcomes you to Mustang Arena for opening night of Season 18. Please welcome our guests from Cypress Creek High School. They are the Bears. And they'll be taking on your Wekiva High School Mustangs. Before we begin our game this evening, we ask that you please stand as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. And now let's meet the lineups for both teams, beginning with our guests from Cypress Creek, and starting with their reserves. Number 3, Jaxie Rodriguez-Torres. Number 4, Barbara Oke. Number 7, Crystalise Peral, who is also the starting libero as a senior for the Bears. Number 22, Victoria Rivera. And number 23, Natalia Molina. Starting on the court for Cypress Creek, serving first is senior setter number 9, Sarah Garcia. Second in the rotation for the Bears is junior outside and right side hitter number 12, Giselle Calderon. Third in the rotation for Cypress Creek, senior outside and middle hitter number 10, Candela Iniate. Fourth in the rotation for the Bears, senior defensive specialist and right side hitter number 8, Ariana Rivera. Serving fifth for Cypress Creek, junior outside hitter Veronica Scopalola. And finally for Cypress Creek, serving sixth, senior middle hitter number 25, Mariana Sampaio. The head coach of the Bears, Gustavo Silva, with assistant coaches Alina Ayala and Aisha Nichols. And now, let's meet the lineup for your high school Mustangs. Starting with their reserve senior defensive specialist and right side hitter number 3, Alitzi Delgado. The starting libero for the Mustangs is sophomore number 4, Eliana Sanchez. Starting on the court for the Mustangs, serving first, senior setter number 9, Lily Stires. Serving second for the Mustangs, senior outside hitter number 10, Brianna Beaton. Third in the rotation for the Mustangs, senior middle blocker number 7, Cameron Holman. Serving fourth for the Mustangs is junior right side hitter number 14, Sanaya Asanya. Fifth in the rotation for Wekiva, senior outside hitter, number 11, Micaiah Blackman. Serving sixth for the Mustangs is junior middle blocker, number 2, Sarai McFadden. And the Mustangs are coached by Ms. Heather Lorenz. The officials for tonight's game are from the Florida Professional Officials Association here in Orlando. We thank them for their dedicated service to our high school athletic programs and join them along with our participating schools, reminding everyone to make great sportsmanship a part of this and every athletic competition. We'd like to remind all of our fans here in the arena that if you have friends or family who would like to join us from wherever they may be, whether that be the Cypress Creek side of town, elsewhere in Apopka, or anywhere in the world, we are live streaming right now on YouTube and the NFHS Network. If you're a member of NFHSnetwork.com, you can tune in there. Even if you're not, you can watch for free on YouTube. Our channel name is Wekiva Sports. You can find us on your favorite computer, smart TV, or mobile device. And we would like to welcome those of you who have done just that. Welcome to Mustang Arena. My name is Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs. I am joined by Neil Fisher from the Apopka Chief, and we are now ready to go into not just Wekiva's 18th season, but our 18th season as well. Neil and I have been here since the very beginning when the school opened, and Neil, it occurs to me that this year's seniors were just being born when we started doing this here at Wekiva.
Absolutely, Mark. Absolutely, Mark. I'm not sure what else I can add to that, but I'd like to send a personal hello and thank you for joining us on this Thursday night. We will, of course, go over the starting lineup here, the rotation, as we get a little bit deeper in. A reminder, Wekiva, both these teams, actually, even though this is the first home game for Wekiva, both these teams have played. Wekiva playing just one. They defeated Leesburg a couple of nights ago. Cypress Creek comes in 2-0. Defeating Colonial, and just Lake Buena Vista. They have won both those games with sweeps, 3-0 sweeps. So we are just about ready to get underway here. Some last-minute instructions from our referee. And of course, also want to just remind you, since this is the very first broadcast of the 2024-25 season. Tomorrow night, the football regular season kicks off as well. Wekiva will be taking on Edgewater, so please tune in for that. In the meantime, we are ready to go, and it will be number 9 for Cypress Creek. That is
Sarah Garcia has the opening service for the Bears.
Sarah Garcia leading off.
Underway now here from Mustang Arena. This is largely the same roster that we saw for the varsity team last season, as we get an attack error there from Giselle Calderon. So the Mustangs get their first side out of set number 1. Checking into the game for the Mustangs is number 14, Sanaya Asanya, serving first for Wekiva, Lily Stiers.
Of course, also a 1-0 lead for Wekiva. Long way to go, but certainly 1-0 lead is better than being on the other side of that. Easier always to play when you're ahead, as Stiers puts the ball in play.
Beautiful work by Cam Holman there. However, it will be the Bears that get it. Cypress Creek kill by Giselle Calderon.
Coach Lorenz disagrees with that call.
Service returns to the Bears, and Calderon will have the next service for Cypress Creek.
Put in play. Yes, you heard Mark say it's Calderon.
Just a bit outside, service back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 10, Brianna Beaton.
So Wekiva with its second lead of the game, as Blackman puts the ball in play. Cypress Creek operates, and too much heat on that one. 3-1 lead for Wekiva.
Attack error there by Candela Iriarte. And so the Mustangs take a 3-1 lead for this first set. Ball in play, goes straight to the libero. Here comes the tack from Iriarte, and it is a good block attempt there by the Mustangs. Cam Holman again gets a hold of it, puts it over, keeps the ball in play. Now a softer touch coming from Calderon. Back over to Cam Holman, puts it in the middle, and that's handled by Sarah Garcia. Now over to the outside, and Skopalova has the attack. Did she find it inside? She did not. That is wide right, and so the Mustangs extend their lead to 4-1 here early in the first set.
So as good a start as a team could hope for, Mark, as Beaton now, the outside hitter, goes on the serve. Cypress Creek attack, slides it over, and just
there's a kill by Candela Iriarte. That's her first, team second of the night. Next to serve will be the Bears libero. This is Pedal on the serve, and it goes very hot into Wekiva territory. Nice work for the Mustangs, bringing it back in, and now can Wekiva touch it? They did.
Skopalova.
Veronica Skopalova on the Bears kill. Her first, the team's third.
Skopalova finds the corner there, and now a couple of points for Cypress Creek. They cut a 4-1 lead to 4-3. First set, of course, best out of 5 at the senior level.
They're all preferring that outside, and now we have, I guess, a ball handling error is the best way to describe it. 3 points going to the Bears, and that ties it up at 4.
So both teams now have rambled off 3 in a row. And back into service is Perel at the line, smacked back down.
Blocked by the Bears.
Sampaio. And a 5-4 lead now for Cypress Creek, their first of the game. First of the match. Set, hit, Anaya. Couple of tips on the other side, and Cypress Creek gets it back in. Another set. Sent back in by Blackman.
Perel had the dig there, and now a softer touch by Skopalova. She's found that spot a couple of times, but again, it is wide right. Service returns to the Mustangs. 5 serving 5 now. And stepping into serve as libero for the Mustangs, number 4, Eliana Sanchez.
Second tie of the game, of the match now. Sanchez puts the ball in play down on the right side. The set, Skopalova back to work. And this time, yes, she does find that just inside the sideline. Cypress Creek back in the lead, 6-5.
Veronica Skopalova finds her second kill of the set. Service returns to Cypress Creek. Next in the rotation for the Bears, number 8, Ariana Rivera.
Rivera.
Tough pass for the Mustangs, but they managed to reel it in. They'll have to settle for the free ball coming back, though.
Smacked down by Skopalova in the middle.
Mariana Sampaio gets the kill.
Excuse me, that was Sampaio. Skopalova doing the setting. And a 7-5 lead for Cypress Creek. That's the largest of the game for the Bears. Back to work, Wekiva goes. The set by Cypress Creek. Set there by somebody.
Now Blackman on the attack. That goes straight to the libero for the
save.
Free ball coming back to Wekiva. Stiers keeps it in play. Beaten on the attack. That goes all the way to the back. Dig by Calderon. Now here comes Skopalova again. Finding the middle. Soft touch. And there it is. Tip kill for the Mustangs by Lily Stiers.
Stiers taking that attack by herself. Nice soft touch, finding the hole. And
checking into the game for the Mustangs, number 3, Litzy Delgado, and she will have the next service for the Mustangs. So Litzy Delgado makes her first appearance in the game for Wekiva.
7-6 lead for Cypress Creek. It's been a back and forth game, both teams pulling off streaks to begin this set 1. 3 in a row for Wekiva, 4 in a row for Cypress Creek. That's the difference right now.
And a falling back pass from Calderon sets up Skopalova, and Beaton is not able to get there in time. Veronica Skopalova picks up the kill, and that'll be her 3rd tonight. Side out to the Bears, 8 serving 6 now. And Skopalova will also have the next service.
Skopalova serving with the 8-6 lead. Lob into the middle, where Steyer sets. And rejected, slapped right back by Sampaio.
Mariana Sampaio with the solo kill. Now 9 serving 6.
Largest lead of the game and match for the Bears. Skopalova continues on the serve. Low, save. Cypress Creek goes back to work. And success.
Mariana Sampaio on the kill, as the Mustangs, libero Sanchez just not able to get there in time. That's 3rd kill of the night for Sampaio, and it makes it a 4-point lead for the Bears here midway through the first set in the home opener, again, of season 18. Wekiva opened in 2007. So we have completed 17 seasons now and just beginning the 18th. Our school is now old enough to vote. Bears kill by Giselle Calderon. Her 2nd tonight. Makes it an 11-6 game. Skopalova still in service.
So Wekiva had that early lead at 4-1. Since then, though, Cypress Creek has dominated in terms of the points. A 10-2 run. That 11-2.
Touch at the net from Mariana Sampaio. That's her 4th kill of the set, 10th overall for the team. 12 serving 6 now, and Cypress Creek is on a bit of a run.
Yeah, Mark, again, 10-2. And Skopalova scored, served for the last 5 of those points.
Skopalova with an ace.
Her first of the match. Excuse me.
Well, Brianna Beaton had a bad pass there, and
Coach
the Mustangs will take their first timeout of set number 1.
And Coach Lorenz has seen enough. 13-6 to score. Cypress Creek set 1 in the home opener of the 2024-25 season. And welcome back to Mustang Arena, home of the Wekiva Mustangs. The home opener for all sports 2024-25 school year. However, things have not gone quite the way that they would have liked it to. They're facing a 13-6 deficit to Cypress Creek. And that is Veronica Skopalova looking for a 7th straight point as the starter. Again, there you see why she's been so effective as Cypress Creek sets. And the slap scored the point.
Number 12, Giselle Calderon on the kill. That's her 3rd tonight.
So 7 straight points with Skopalova serving, and a 12-2 run now total for Cypress Creek. Skopalova puts it back to set, hit over. Cypress Creek keeps going to that side. That left
Soft touch is handled by Micaiah Blackman. And now another soft touch from Calderon, and just a really tough placement. Lily Stiers didn't have a sporting chance off of the pass from Sanchez there, so a free point donated to the Bears' cause. Skopalova continues her streak.
Wekiva comes in 1-0, Cypress Creek 2-0. Again, the home opener for Wekiva.
And that was very difficult placement. The Mustangs effectively settled for a free ball, but at least it stayed in.
Stiers with the set.
And here comes Blackman, putting it right in the middle. That's handled by the libero Peral. And now,
again,
Sampaio.
that front line for Cypress Creek pounding the ball.
Mariana Sampaio picks up kill number 5.
And as you just heard Mark say, the 5th kill for Sampaio. Calderon with 3 and Skopalova with 3, although she is serving 9 straight points now. And finally, the streak is broken. An unforced error.
Side out to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 11, Micaiah Blackman.
So Blackman, the senior outside hitter, 5'7". It's her first serve of the season. She gets that ball to the middle. On the outsides, Calderon dumping it right in front of Sanchez. Another beautifully placed ball.
Giselle Calderon on the kill, service back to the Bears. Next in the rotation for Cypress Creek will be number 25, Mariana Sampaio.
So Sampaio, as both Mark and I have pointed out, 5 kills, and we'll see what she does on the serve. And a little too much heat on that, went about an inch out of bounds.
Service back to Wekiva.
So Wekiva catching a couple of breaks with out-of-bounds serves, unforced errors.
Next in the rotation for the Mustangs, number 2, Sarai McFadden.
Cypress Creek JV winning their match, a 2-0 victory as the assault continues, 18-8, and again, Cypress Creek keeps putting that ball in the right place.
Candela Iriarte finds a soft touch with an open spot at the net.
And now serving, that's Natalia Molina, sophomore setter. Too much heat again. Calderon, good idea, but too much force on that. So Wekiva will take those points. It cuts the lead in half, 18-9. Of course, now after that.
No, Neil, that was a kill by Calderon.
No, excuse me, it did go in bounds. Okay, so 19-8. So 19-8 score, and Molina, the sophomore setter, continues. And this time, it does go out of bounds.
Service back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva
14-3
will be number 9, Lily Stiers.
Stiers, the senior setter, puts the ball in play, finds its way in the middle. Again, the set for Cypress Creek. Stiers again gets that ball back into play, and just not enough.
An off-speed hit there from Kim Holman. Does not clear the net, so an attack error there.
Just not enough room for Holman to operate.
Service back to the Bears. Now up for them, Giselle Calderon.
Holman also off balance as Calderon steps up, as you heard Mark say. 5 kills for her as well.
Mustang kill by Sanaya Sanya.
The first of the season for Asanya. 20-10 the score. Home opener for Wekiva Volleyball. It's also their home opener for all sports. And
Just a bit to the left of the sideline there.
so one thing that I have noticed about Cypress Creek, of course, not talking necessarily about strategy or rotations or anything or matchups, but they are doing a beautiful job of placing that ball right in front and to the side of the Wekiva defense. Time and time again, it's a 21-point effort, make it 22. And I say at least half those points, at least 11 of them, are the result of putting that ball just out of the reach of the defense. And so now doing the serving will be the senior libero, that's Perel. Perel, unforced error. That's really the only mistake that Cypress Creek has made. They've had 3 or 4 serves that were just a bit too long, about an inch out of bounds.
Service back to the Mustangs. Serving as libero for Wekiva, number 4, Eliana Sanchez.
And so Sanchez, the libero, sophomore, 5'5". And she'll put that ball on the left side, setting it up again, and that's Skopalova going to battle with Sanaya. Sanaya at Sanya, winning that one, winning that individual point.
Does that also mean it's 24? 24 now?
Okay, and so it is 24-11.
Set point, Bears.
And please excuse me, that actually went to Cypress Creek, that last point. Skopalova winning it. One more point for Cypress Creek. And they'll have set 1, and they'll have to wait as Blackman blasts that
Kaya
point.
Blackman on the Mustang skill.
And that will also put Beaton on service.
3 for 14.
Service back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 3, Litzy Delgado.
And again, actually Delgado coming in on the service. Left side again. Skopalova attacks, saved, but out of bounds, unable to control that ball. And so that'll bring the first set to an end, 25-12. The final score, a 4-1 deficit by Wekiva, followed by a 12-2 run, or 15-2 run, and that was your difference. As they say, Cypress Creek never looked back. So we'll be back for set 2 with Cypress Creek already up 1-0. About to begin the second set here at Mustang Arena. The home team Wekiva trailing 1-0, losing that first set by a 25-12 score. (25-12) is our score. A 15-2 run, the difference in that first set, put together by Cypress Creek. They were trailing 4-1 at the time. And so far, Veronica Skopalova is your leader with the kills. Giselle Calderon with 5, along with Mariano Sampaio. Okay, so we are ready to go once again. Cypress Creek winning that first set 25-12. Cypress Creek looking to go 3-0. Wekiva playing only one game, that was against Leesburg. They took that match. So this is a battle of undefeated teams, even if it is early in the season. Of course, this is also the home opener for Wekiva. 18th season as well. And we will lead off with Lily Stiers.
Lily Stiers opens set 2 with an ace for the Mustangs.
First ace of the match for Wekiva. Obviously the first one for Stiers as well. And certainly that's got to feel good for Wekiva. Coming off losing set 1.
Back-to-back aces for Stiers.
Stiers back to work with the 2-0 lead in the second set. She goes to that jump serve. Nice save by Skopalova and dive. And in the middle.
Cam Holman at the net did a great job, but Peral was there waiting on the dig, and now too much heat coming in from Brianna Beaton. Side out service to the Bears. Leading the rotation in the second set for Cypress Creek is number 9. It's Sarah Garcia.
So Garcia will step up, trailing with her team, Cypress Creek, trailing 2-1. Up 1-0 in set, so it is best of 5 at the varsity level. Cypress Creek going for the sweep, a 2-0 victory for the JV team. And so far, Cypress Creek has really taken control of this match with this beautiful location of the ball as they now tie it at 2-2, an unforced error by Wekiva.
Brianna Beaton a little off target there with kind of a punch attack.
And that's really where you see that ability to locate the ball and the returns come into play.
Cam Holman puts some heat on it, and it's Peralez there for the back row dig. That's what liberos do best. Now going behind the setter to Sanaya Sanya. Beautiful attack, but Peral again handles it. And now it's going to be Ariana Rivera with the kill for the Bears, her first tonight.
Blackman just unable to get her feet set as she was leaning to her left, off balance. And again, that's just beautiful location by this Cypress Creek team. They just keep putting that ball just out of the reach of Wekiva. Wekiva will try to tie this game at 3-3, first lead for Cypress Creek of the second set.
Wekiva settles for a free ball coming back to Peral. Now the attack from Ariate, and she finds pay dirt.
And finds that open space along the right sideline.
Candela Ariate picks up kill number 3, her first of this set. So now a little bit of momentum going here for Sarah Garcia.
Yeah, 3 points in a row on this serve. Series of serves. Skopalova with 6, Calderon and Sampaio with 5 each, carrying the team to victory. Cypress Creek in that first set, but Yarate has certainly come out in this second set as well.
Sanaya Sanya finds the open spot for the Mustangs K.
And of course, no sooner do I say that Cypress Creek and Girate are starting to come on. Asanya picks up that point, a beautiful kill. And back on serve is Beaton, the outside hitter. That's Skopolova on the return. We're setting up the play. Now Wekiva, indecision there. That was an unforced error. Sanchez not sure what to do with it. And that'll make
service returns to the Bears. Next up, Giselle Calderon. 5 kills in the books tonight for her.
Stiers sets that left side.
Soft touch there from Blackman. Bears reel it in, and a punch from Giselle Calderon finds just inside the corner of Mustang territory for the kill.
6-3, and again, they keep finding those open holes. It's not, Cypress Creek is not a team, and I can tell you this, we're about 7.5 in. They're not a team that's going to power their way to victory. They're doing it with location.
Soft touch, and it's a trick set, and it works. Sarah Garcia effectively with the tip kill.
And a 6-1 run now from Cypress Creek. Set by Stiers in the middle over to Asanya. And
yeah, Asanya just swats it into the net.
Again, didn't really set herself properly. And
the Mustangs request their first timeout of set number 1.
So this time the runs come early for Cypress Creek. A 7-1 run now. 8-3 overall is your score. This is the Wekiva Mustangs Athletic Network. Eight-3 is your score. Cypress Creek with the 8, the home-standing Wekiva Mustangs with the 3, and on serve is Giselle Calderon, the junior outside hitter slash right side, and another ace.
Giselle Calderon picks up the ace, her first ace of the set.
And a 1-0 lead in sets already for Cypress Creek. They won the first set 25-12. So the story has been a run in both those sets. A 15-2 run in the first set, now an 8-1 run in the second set, and it will now be. Nope, could not find the hole there, just a little bit outside, and that will break that 8-1 run. Still a 9-4 lead for Cypress Creek. And
Mustangs serving as libero, number 4, Ileana Sanchez.
So Sanchez comes up to the service, got some work to do, the 5-point deficit. Does a nice job of getting the ball in. And
hot attack coming in, and it converts for Candela Iriarte.
And just as soon as
the 4th kill of this match, side out to the Bears, and libero Cristaliz Peral will serve.
And just as soon as Wekiva has an opportunity to build some momentum, Cypress Creek rips it away. That's Blackman. Nice job hitting it in. Better job by Calderon to save it. And Calderon follows that up.
Giselle Calderon picks up the kill.
Blasts that ball through the back line.
Her 7th tonight. And yeah, extra credit to Calderon there, because Garcia was going for a much more clever set than what she actually got. She went to the safety backup option at the last possible instant. And now Lily Stiers is caught unawares. She swings at it a little bit too late. And so that's going to be an ace for Peral.
And again, Cypress Creek continues to locate that ball beautifully, just such consistency.
And now the pass from Beaton to Stiers is a little bit out of her arm's reach. So another ace.
And a 13-4 lead for Cypress Creek, already up 1-0 in sets. Stiers will set. Blackman trying to hit that ball in, and really did not have a good angle on that.
Yeah, she came in way too late and had no way to put that over the net there. So free point coming in.
She was also running from side to side instead of back to front. And so Blackman.
And now a miscommunication. Stiers and Asanya stare at each other and watch the ball drop.
So the run now 14-3 by Cypress Creek. They continue.
Now Stiers trying to outthink the room, and Peral is ready for her there. Skopalova, who was mostly brilliant in the first set, is a little bit outside there. Service back to the Mustangs. Checking into the game to serve for Wekiva is number 3, Litzy Delgado.
So Delgado, the senior, defensive specialist. And she goes with that jump serve, gets that ball into the middle. Calderon puts it in place. Skopalova.
Free ball.
Back at the other side, Stiers sets again.
Soft touch by McFadden, and it pays off. Sarai McFadden on the tip kill.
And the first time in this set, since the first 2 points have been scored by Wekiva.
Now keep in mind that Wekiva actually only has 8 active players on the varsity roster. So essentially, Delgado here is the only reserve they have. And Delgado picks up the ace for the Mustangs.
That was a beautiful serve, Mark.
She's clearly filling the role of a serving specialist.
So certainly Wekiva needs her services now. Trailing 15-7, try to build some momentum, get something going, and just as quickly.
Veronica Skopalova has the kill for the Bears. Her 7th of the match.
That ties her with Calderon for the lead. Cypress Creek.
Checking into the game for the Bears to serve next is number 4, Barbara Okay.
And so Akui, that's Barbara Akui, number 4, the senior. She goes to work, gets that ball in. Wekiva gets it over quickly. Stiers this time. And just as quickly, Calderon slaps it back. Blackman can't get it over.
Yeah, Micaiah Blackman that time was too early and only catches the ball with the tips of her fingers, and that's not nearly enough power.
23-9, go.
17-7 lead now.
Checking into the game for the Bears, number 23, Natalia Molina.
And Akui will continue on the serve, looking for 2 points in a row. And she'll go with the flat-footed serve, gets it in just as effective. Stiers tries to set it up on the cross court. Skopalova gets the pass.
Now Stiers sets it up for Blackman. This time does get a clean hit, but Calderon is there and ready for the dig. Now Skopalova is low. I think that's the first time I've seen her pop it into the net tonight.
Her first miss of the night.
Service back to the Mustangs. Micaiah Blackman is next up for Wekiva.
And so Blackman bouncing the ball now. She'll go with the flat-footed static serve. At the line, quick.
Good height there by McFadden, but the Bears able to recover. Now coming back to McFadden again. Goes to the libero, Peral. Skopalova now takes a laid-back swing to Blackman. Now coming over to Beaton, and Beaton turns up the heat a bit too high.
Too much strength on that.
Service back to the Bears.
18-8.
Next in their rotation will be number 2, Veronica Skopalova.
So talked all night about Skopalova. She's done a lot of damage from the left side of the net.
Yeah, I've seen her pop it just out of bounds a few times, but only once have I seen her put it in the net tonight. She got 7 kills, so obviously a lot more hits than misses. And now she'll share the love with Giselle Calderon, who has 8 kills tonight. She actually takes the lead there.
I was going to say, though, Mark, as effective as she's been as a hitter, especially from that left side, she did get most of the points during that 15-2 run as a server in that first set. And now Calderon blasts that ball right off the hands of Delgado. Again, beautiful location.
Giselle Calderon picks up 2 kills in a row.
20-8. So again, I know I've talked several times about the location, Cypress Creek, just putting it all night long just out of the reach, but they have a handful of times when the situation called for it, just ram that ball right into the chest of the Wekiva defense. And there was another example. So not only doing a good job of locating the ball, but in their decision making as well, whether you go with the soft or the hard.
And that's Joxy Rodriguez-Torres that stepped into serve for the first time tonight. And now Brianna Beaton puts up too much heat. Service continues now for number 3, Joxy Rodriguez-Torres.
So Torres, the senior defensive specialist, gets set, one-legged serve. And it's just as effective as Beaton out of place.
That pass did not give Beaton any hope. That's not Beaton's fault there. There's nothing she could have done with that.
An ace. Put back into play.
And now, the Mustangs not going to be able to recover that.
But again, unable to really set up a pass that their teammates could work with, and now a 23-8 lead.
Rodriguez-Torres with back-to-back unreturned serves.
So Wekiva took the lead, winning the first point in both sets, but quite frankly, it's been all Cypress Creek since then in both sets. Long runs. And this one continues as McFadden.
She was way too late there. Set point, Bears.
Looked like had some indecision on McFadden. And as you just heard Mark say, who's also our public address announcer for all Wekiva Mustang sports, we are at set point, 2-0 lead. If this set is won by Cypress Creek.
Stiers with a good job keeping up with a difficult pass, and now Bears barely hold it together with Calderon doing some great defensive work there. Now Beaton sends it back. Here comes the heat from Calderon, handled at the net.
Set up by Sanchez, hit over.
Beaton again, that one's handled by Torres, the recent entry into the game. And now Calderon, who has been brilliant tonight, leading the team with 9 kills, finally misses one, sends it right into the antenna. So service back to the Mustangs is Sarai McFadden.
And that serve does not count. Whistle blown before the ball put into play.
I think somebody was tying their shoes or something like that.
So McFadden, the junior middle hitter, 5'8", will go back to work, gets the ball in. Nice serve.
Here comes Calderon looking for redemption, and that was an admirable attack, but Bachman is able to get a hold of it. Still, though, McFadden can't get under it, and that takes us to the end of set number 2. 25-9 is the final score of the second set, and the Bears will take a 2-0 lead for the match over the Mustangs. Cypress Creek will be looking for the sweep when we come back here at Mustang Arena, opening night of season 18. Welcome back to Mustang Arena. Mark Barchi, the voice of the Mustangs, here with Neil Fisher. And we are getting ready to go into set number 3. And Neil, unfortunately, so far we have seen kind of a similar pattern to what has plagued Wekiva volleyball on and off for the last 2 or 3 seasons, which is they start with a fair amount of gas in the tank, but then the stamina quickly wears out. And so the first 8-10 services are fairly competitive, and then we start to see momentum build. And as soon as Wekiva is mentally out of focus, they struggle to regain it for the rest of the sets.
Yeah, Mark, 25-12 and 25-9, the 2 scores. Cypress Creek taking both. And I can't really add anything to that, Mark. The first 9-10 service, it's fairly even, although Cypress Creek did have the lead in both of those. But you did feel like there was at least some competitiveness on each point, and then they just run out of gas. So, again, third straight set that Wekiva opens up with the point.
Is that Cam? 14-3.
Cam Ullman opens up for the first kill of the set.
So 1-0 lead for Wekiva. And on serve is Stiers, the setter. And we've been seeing that all night. She does get it in. Beaten, slaps the ball down.
Brianna Beaton with the Mustangs kill.
So again, I'm going to say Wekiva has done a good job tonight of getting the ball in play on the serve. And of course, as soon as I say that, we get an out of bounds, an error, unforced error.
Service to the Bears. Next in their rotation, number 12, Cel Calderon. Cam Holman. Service back to the Mustangs. Up next, Brianna Beaton. Stiers on the set. There's Asanya. And Asanya catches Perel spinning around, but Giselle Calderon got her hand under it. We're going to see what the official signal is. And the point will go to Wekiva. Nevertheless, valiant effort by Calderon there. Couldn't have done much more than that. And now she'll take the pass off of the serve. A little soft action there from Iriarte. Mustangs handle that. And now Brianna Beaton ends up with more of a super punch-out kind of move there. Service back to the Bears. Next in their rotation to serve as libero, Cristalise Peral.
4-2 the score.
High heat coming in from Blackman. And now Skopolova has to quickly reset. She attacks and then immediately has to make a block attempt. Blackman turning up the heat again. This time it goes to Calderon. There's Skopolova again looking for that same spot she likes. Blackman is there this time. Asanya looking for a hole. And it's quickly filled by Calderon, but not in a way that Rivera could get to it. So give Asanya credit for putting the ball in a motion that couldn't be returned.
And the 5-2 3-point lead.
Service back to the Mustangs, serving as libero, Eliana Sanchez.
3-point lead, largest of the match. Not just a set, but the largest of the match for Wekiva. It's been a long night for the Wekiva Mustangs.
And just a little bit late to the party is Mariana Sampaio.
So now after what's been a long night, they're starting to make some headway, taking 6 of the first 8 points in this third set. And Sanchez, the sophomore libero, puts the ball back into play, making Cypress Creek work as Calderon.
Bears have to settle for the free ball as they're desperate just to get that back over the net. Here comes Blackman, and Blackman finds just the right spot. That's Micaiah Blackman picking up kill number 2 for the match. Now the Mustangs on a bit of a heat wave of their own, leading by 5, 7 serving 2, as we are just about an hour into this match. Now Garcia on the setup. Skopolova put a little too much mustard on that one. Attack error there. Again, Skopolova on the whole has been brilliant for the Bears tonight. 7 kills. Second leading scorer for the Bears. Giselle Calderon has the top spot with 9. Sanaya Sanya leads the Mustangs with 4 kills. And looks like we have on review, they are saying there was a touch by Wekiva. So that means that Skopolova technically gets credit for a kill there.
4 for 8th. And 17 now combined between Skopolova and Calderon. Definitely definitely you can tell that their role is to produce the kills as Stiers sets up.
So a tough break for Wekiva there, as they had a lot of good momentum coming in. And now Skopolova sends it into the net. That was a tough attack for her. The ball placement was not great. That would have been a tough play to make for anybody.
Wekiva actually forcing that error with when they got it over the net, the cross shot.
Checking into the game to serve for the Mustangs, Lindsay Delgado.
So Delgado, senior.
And again, she's a serving specialist. This is what she does for Wekiva. She comes in, she serves, and then she rotates out. This time, though, it is too hot. Service back to the Bears. Next in the rotation for them is going to be number 2, Veronica Skopolova.
8-5 lead now for Wekiva. They've led throughout. No ties in this third set. If you joined us late, 2-0 lead in sets. And looked like it was it.
Veronica Skopolova with the kill. She dropped it just out of reach of Brianna Beaton, who was not able to get forward in time.
23-9.
Again, a beautiful effort from Beaton, but sometimes effort is not enough. And Skopolova, who we have mentioned, with 9 kills, now tied with Calderon for the lead for Cypress Creek. She's been an equally effective server. She's been the server in both of the big runs in both sets for Cypress Creek. It's Calderon slaps it in, saved by Beaton. Nice job. Blackman trying to go cross court. Perel setting it up, hits the net. And at the net, that was Sampaio.
Mariana Sampaio wins the battle at the net.
Out-muscling the Wekiva front.
6 kills for her. So to put this in perspective, 30 kills so far for the Bears. The Mustangs have 11. So that gives you a sense of earned points versus free points so far tonight, as Wekiva settles for a free ball coming back. Now Sampaio is able to drop it in front of Sanchez.
And we are tied at 8-8, first tie of the third set. And
Mariana Sampaio picks up her 7th kill of the match, ties the set for the Bears.
And again, it's been Skopolova, impressive with the kills with 9, but doesn't go on the scoreboard, but she might be even more impressive as a server, the work she's done as a server. All 3 big runs, the runs that put the game away for Cypress Creek.
Yeah, it's not an official stat, and we don't keep it here at the score table, but a lot of coaches, as we get a kill number 8 from Mariana Sampaio.
And the first lead for Cypress Creek in the third set.
A lot of coaches will keep a service quality stat that they will rate each serve on a scale of 1 to 4. An ace is obviously a top-rated serve, and an error is obviously a bottom-rated serve. But those 2 middle ratings kind of help coaches to assess just how difficult did you make life on the receiving team in terms of being able to pass that and set up the second touch. And again, while I have not been keeping official stats on that, I feel like Skopolova has a pretty high service rating for the night so far. Meanwhile, Giselle Calderon gets into double digits with kill number 10.
And Skopolova continues on the serve. And, you know, Mark, I mentioned it. I could go back here and look at the actual runs. I know they were 15-2 and 12-2, but quite frankly, just watching this game, the eye test, you certainly get that feeling. You just remember Skopolova being on the serve.
A one-handed dig there for Skopolova, diving for it. The Bears will settle for a free ball coming back, and now Stiers sets up Blackman, and she's got it as she outwits Peral on that one. Micaiah Blackman picks up kill number 3.
And this is the closest Wekiva has been after 19 points, a 10-9 deficit. So certainly, like I mentioned, a 15-2 run in the first set, 12-2 run in the second set, and by the time those runs were all over, Wekiva was not close, and now the unforced error. Of course, you know, I start to mention how we got some positivity going and the unforced error.
Service back to the Bears. Mariana Sampaio serves next.
And so my point, Mark, is Sampaio, the senior middle hitter, puts the ball into play, is during each of those runs, again 15-2 and 12-2, by the time Cypress Creek reached 10 points, it was already like a 4 or 5 point lead.
Service back to the Mustangs. Sarai McFadden is up next for Wekiva.
So now Wekiva on a couple of services have got that lead back down to 1. That's Calderon blasting ball. Nice job by the front of Wekiva. Eden just getting it over the net.
And of course, if you're new to volleyball, of course, you probably picked up on the fact that you get 3 touches per side of the net. Although if you have to block, that does not count as one of your touches. So you can get a 4th touch that way. In this case, Brianna Beaton puts too much heat on it. That is out. And so service returns to the Bears. Natalia Molina is up next.
So Molina with the static serve. That's Stiers setting again, the setter.
Soft touch there from Cam Holman. And now that comes to Calderon, who does what she does, but this time the angle was just a little bit too high on that one. Service returns to the Mustangs, 11 serving 12 now for Lily Stiers. But first, checking into the game for the Mustangs is number 14, Sanaya Asanya.
So Asanya checks in, as you just heard Mark say, with 4 kills.
And that one goes into the rafters, rattles one of the lights. That is legal as long as it stays on the same side of the net as the person who hit it. If you touch the ceiling in the process of going over the net, that's automatically out.
Cypress Creek looking for a 3-0 start. They defeated Lake Buena Vista and Colonial. This is the home opener for Wekiva, not only the volleyball team, but all sports in general. As Calderon, kind of a hop, skip serve, and nothing Stiers could do there. Again, that's an ace, but more importantly, just served it in such a way, put it in the perfect location that Wekiva could not really set up. And again, same situation, they'll be able to get it over this time, but a free shot, free setup for Cypress Creek, and Skopolova taking it, and yes, score the point for Skopolova.
Veronica Skopolova earns the kill off the touch.
3 for 12. 3-12.
Skopolova with 10 kills now. Her and Calderon, 10 each. Sampaio with 8. So 28 between those 3.
Joxy Rodriguez Torres is in to serve for the Bears.
And Torres, as you just heard Mark say, on the serve. And she's just as effective.
Picks up the ace.
So 16-11 now.
Now, Joxy Rodriguez-Torres, keep in mind, has actually not seen
15-11.
She hasn't seen a ton of action so far, but what action she has seen has been pretty productive. 3 aces in the handful of serves that she's had.
Steyer sets. Holman slaps it over. Saved. Put in play by Cypress Creek. Over to Cypress Creek again.
Overhand bump by Steyers. Trying to outthink the room there. Bears respond, and Veronica Skopolova now has 11 kills on the night.
So if you did join us late, kill lead for Cypress Creek has been going back and forth between Skopolova and Calderon. Skopolova now with 11-10.
Just a bit short.
And for Sayre, certainly was Wekiva needed.
Service back to the Mustangs. Next in the rotation for Wekiva, number 10, Brianna Beaton.
16-12 lead now for Cypress Creek, trying to secure this victory. They have a 2-0 lead. And it's 17-12. So back to action we go with the serve from Beaton. Skopolova back to work, a familiar sight tonight. Nice attack, nice save by Wekiva. Skopolova on the second try, and again finds that soft spot, the open, for her 12th kill, and an 18-12 lead now for Cypress Creek.
So Neil, while certainly the third set was an improvement over the first two for Wekiva, again we've seen the flame burn fast and hot for Wekiva.
A 9-1 run now. Make that 10-1. As I believe that
Sanya's in the, she was into the net and touched it into the antenna, so whichever one happened first ended the service. Now we have another libero service.
Goes back to work on the serve. And Wekiva will put it back in. On the Cypress Creek side, one more hit. And Sanya hit that. She should have let it go. Would have been out of bounds. At the nets, Calderon.
Sampaio barely avoids the net touch.
Battle at the net again, and this time the soft touch from Skopolova. She went up like she was going to slam that ball with incredible force and then just tapped it.
So a baker's dozen for her. Peral, the libero, lets it go, and again gets an unreturned serve. You can argue whether that's a true ace or not, but I'll give it to her anyway. That makes 5.
And a 22-12 lead. So now Cypress Creek 3 points away from victory.
And of course, varsity volleyball in high school is a best of 5, so 3 sets won will take the match. And now we get a kill by number 25, Mariana Sampaio. That's her 9th tonight. 2 points away from completing the sweep here. There once again is Cristalise Peral, 5 aces.
12-2 run again.
Bit of a double specialist there for Peral. Obviously, being the libero, that automatically makes her a defensive specialist, but she also appears to be a serving specialist. Rivera swats it over. Steyers handles it, and now it goes over to Blackman. Here comes Skopolova, and she does what she does.
14 now.
Match point, Bears.
And Peral will have the honors of attempting to close out, secure the victory, as we are now at match point. Of course, Wekiva 1-0. Barring what would be an unbelievable comeback, they'll drop to 1-1. Cypress Creek will go 3-1. So it's not a done deal quite yet.
Of course, keep in mind it is rally scoring, so that means Wekiva needs to score 13 before Cypress Creek scores 1. Service back to the Mustangs. course, those of us who are old enough remember back when high school volleyball was side-out scoring and matches could go on literally forever. Here comes Blackman. Did she get it inside? She did. Micaiah Blackman picks up her 4th kill of the night. Service remains with the Mustangs and Eliana Sanchez.
Sanchez will be serving to try to keep the game extended. Cypress Creek looking to close it out, and they do that. Skopalova
Veronica Skopalova gets the last word of the match with her 15th kill, and that takes us to the end of the contest. 25-15 is the final score of the 3rd set, and it is a 3-0 sweep for the Bears.
Yeah, and so the story tonight, as Mark mentioned, about halfway through, Wekiva got off to a good start through the 7-8. They were competitive, and then Cypress Creek took over, of course, as far as pointing. It was the 3-headed monster of Skopalova, Calderon, and Sampaio. 34 kills between the 3 of them. Your runs, 15-2 in the first set, 12-2 in the second, and the 3rd set they put together that 15-5 run. So once again, Wekiva drops to 1-1, 3-0 now for Cypress Creek, and that will do it tonight. And once again, Mark, as we like to say every year, every broadcast, take us to the finish line.
That takes us to the end of the evening here at Mustang Arena. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out to support your Mustang and Bears athletes. Thanks also to those of you who joined us online on YouTube or the NFHS network. We hope that you'll come back and see us tomorrow for varsity football against Edgewater. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff, and that will be here at Mustang Field and also online on YouTube and NFHS network. Next chance to catch the volleyball team in action. Again, they are on the road at Orlando Christian Prep on Monday, and your next chance to catch them at home is August 27th versus Oak Ridge, with 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock start times coming up there as well. For those of you in the arena, please drive carefully and arrive home safely. For those of you watching online, please subscribe before you go, and we hope we'll see you again soon. Until next time, good night from Mustang Arena.